What if I told you the most powerful leader in the Middle East doesn't appear in headlines, doesn't speak to the media, and doesn't need to be seen because his silence commands more than most voices ever could? While the world is distracted by celebrity CEOs and camera-hungry politicians, one man operates quietly behind the scenes, reshaping diplomacy, controlling vast wealth, and preserving centuries of tradition without ever stepping into the spotlight. His name is Sultan Haitham bin Tariq, ruler of Oman. To the public, he's a ghost. No social media, no scandals, no interviews, and yet his presence is felt at the highest levels of global power. In this video, you'll enter his hidden world, a world of private aircraft that double as airborne command centers, yachts the size of warships, convoys built for survival, not display, and palaces so private, most have never been photographed. But this story isn't just about luxury, it's about a vanishing form of power, one built on heritage, precision, and restraint, a style of leadership that doesn't chase attention because it never had to. Watch closely, because by the end, you may realize the most dangerous man in the room is the one who never needs to say a word. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe before we proceed. Let's dive into the life of a ruler who doesn't just govern a nation, he embodies it. While tech moguls rent jets to look important, Haitham commands the sky. His fleet isn't for show, it's a flying fortress operated by Oman's elite royal flight. At the center is a $200 million Boeing 747-8BJ, known only by its call sign, Nizwa. But don't call it a jet. This is a palace in the clouds. Gold trim on the walls, private leather suites, command centers for emergencies, meeting rooms wired for classified briefings. When he's airborne, it's not just for travel, it's for power projection. And he doesn't fly alone. The royal fleet includes Airbus A310s and A320s, each retrofitted for regional speed, comfort, and discretion. Think private diplomacy missions or unannounced visits that shake hands behind the scenes. Then there's the Gulfstream G550, sleek, silent, and insanely fast. With a 7,000-mile range and near-invisible radar presence, it's his go-to when time, secrecy, and global reach collide. It can cross continents before the public even knows he left. But Haitham's air control doesn't stop at planes. Enter the Eurocopter Super Puma, military-grade helicopters used to drop him anywhere in minutes. From mountaintops to megacities, these choppers are ready for extraction, diplomacy, or sudden disappearances. From takeoff to landing, every detail is locked down. Flight paths are confidential. Crews are hand-selected. Alternate aircraft trail behind just in case. Nothing is left to luck. This is strategic movement, not rich guy tourism. Control is the product. Now let's drop into the ocean, because if the skies are his airspace, the seas belong to him too. Haitham doesn't just cruise, he sails with authority. His personal navy? Two of the largest, most impenetrable royal yachts on Earth, the Fulk al-Salama and the Al-Said. The Fulk al-Salama means ship of peace, but don't let the name fool you. At over $500 million, it's a floating kingdom. Inside, high-level negotiation rooms, a private hospital, a salon, beach club, and a helipad, ready for urgent departures or VIP arrivals. Then comes the Al-Said, built by Germany's Lürssen shipyard, priced at around $300 million. It's not just a ship, it's a monument. It houses an orchestra stage, intricate Omani wood interiors, and lounges designed for heads of state and royal-only audiences. These aren't yachts. They're mobile fortresses of influence. Diplomacy happens here, on water. When these ships pull into international harbors, it's not a vacation, it's calculated theater. Oman has arrived, quiet but undeniable. They blend ancient artistry with cutting-edge naval tech, radar shielding, secure communication systems, emergency lockdown protocols. These ships are cultural statements built to survive anything and negotiate everything. So when Haitham walks off the gangway, you're not just seeing a man, you're watching a sovereign brand in motion. But his message doesn't stop at sea. On land, it rolls with terrifying elegance. While billionaires rev engines at car shows, Sultan Haitham's vehicles are about power, protection, and performance. His royal convoy? Not cars. It's a moving fortress, designed to glide, armored to endure, and engineered to intimidate. Leading the convoy is the Mercedes-Maybach S600, bulletproof, discreet, and silent. Under the hood, reinforced armor. Inside, encrypted comms, air purification, and security scanners. It's less of a car and more of a mobile command center. But that's only the beginning. Among the most striking machines in his motorcade is the Bugatti Chiron, a $3 million marvel of engineering. It's the fastest car in Oman, yet it moves almost soundlessly, despite unleashing 1,500 horsepower. And when tradition calls, the Rolls-Royce Phantom emerges, personally tailored for the Sultan, featuring hand-stitched interiors and a ride so refined it seems to float above the road. These aren't collector's pieces. They're instruments of both protection and message. Each vehicle is reinforced with impenetrable armor and equipped with cutting-edge tech. Even their silence sends a signal. Riding alongside is the Mercedes E-Class limousine, a nod to classical elegance, preserving royal tradition within a modern security framework. And when the terrain turns unforgiving, the Sultan shifts to the Bentley Bentayga, a seamless mix of rugged strength and regal comfort. Outfitted with bulletproof glass and a handcrafted V8 engine, it delivers speed and safety, even through Oman's most remote deserts and mountain paths. Each of these vehicles is more than just transport. They're symbols on wheels, markers of sovereignty, statements of identity. When Sultan Haitham takes to the road, it doesn't simply clear, it conforms. The roads don't wait for him, they submit. Every movement is planned down to the minute. When the Sultan travels, it's not a routine. It's a military-level operation. Domestically or abroad, every step he takes is shielded by layers of elite protection. Nothing begins until his advanced team is already on the ground. These specialists, trained in intelligence, logistics, and crisis protocol, arrive well before the Sultan. They scan for threats, secure alternate escape routes, and position rapid response teams at critical points. The motorcade itself is a tightly choreographed unit. Armored vehicles, security bikes, and emergency medics all moving in flawless synchrony. Nothing is left to chance. Traffic routes are pre-cleared. Intersections are locked down. Surveillance is live across every angle. Helicopters patrol the skies while drones feed data back to mobile command hubs. This isn't ceremonial. It's a rolling fortress. Every move is risk-managed and rehearsed. And yet what stands out is the restraint. No noise, no theatrics, no visible aggression, just methodical motion. His movement reflects his rule. Quiet, composed, and exact. The machinery of the state doesn't scream. It hums in perfect harmony. Even his presence is weaponized. Every public appearance is intentional. Every absence is strategic. In today's world, showing up isn't enough. It's how you arrive, where you're received. What's said before a single word is spoken. In Oman, diplomacy often begins before the meeting, at the moment of arrival. Because now, power is visual. It's posture. It's the controlled silence when a leader enters a room and shifts the dynamic without uttering a single word. And few leaders understand that better than him. Back in January 2020, when Sultan Qaboos, Oman's longest-serving ruler, passed away, the nation braced for uncertainty. With no named heir and no public announcement, the future of the country sat inside a sealed envelope. When it was opened, one name changed everything: Haitham bin Tariq. To outsiders, it was unexpected, but those close to the palace knew the signs. For nearly 2 decades, he had been Oman's Minister of Heritage and Culture. He traveled widely, handled diplomacy, and defended national identity without fanfare. He wasn't loud, he was deliberate. And when the throne passed to him, the pressure was immense. The region was shifting, oil markets were unstable. But Haitham didn't panic. He moved with discipline, restructuring the government, modernizing the economy, and recalibrating Oman's foreign relations, all while holding the country's neutrality firm. Today, Oman stands as a rare pillar of calm in a turbulent region. No interventionist policies, no public rivalries, just steady hands guiding from behind the curtain. Sultan Haitham doesn't make noise. He builds stability. His actions don't spark headlines, but they prevent crises. His leadership is a study in restraint, in patience, in the kind of strength that doesn't need validation. He doesn't chase global attention. He earns quiet respect. And that's what defines his legacy, a ruler whose silence holds more power than most speeches. So the question is, do you believe Sultan Haitham is the most discreet yet commanding royal figure alive today? Which part of his life surprised you most? Was it the aircraft, the yachts, or the fact that a man so powerful can remain almost invisible? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you're fascinated by the untold stories of wealth, power, and influence, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. There's more coming, and what's next might just change how you see power forever.